Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki, and I want to talk about the new pity system for the crystals. You can't see it now, but yesterday the early release bundles for Nico dropped, and of course you can buy infinite amount in the store. And it turns out now, if you buy 120 of them, you're guaranteed to get the featured champions at 7-star. So the first time ever this has been applied to the featured champion. So it's a very interesting thing right now. And so let's take a look at these crystals, for instance. So this is pretty indicative of the drop rate. Actually might be better because it's, oh no, I think it's what it is, 0.36% for 7-star Captain Britain. And so if you were to open 60, say in an early release bundle, hang on one second, let me grab the loot box calculator. Thank you, Brian Grant, for showing me this. So I was putting numbers of trials, 60, and probability is 0.33. That's close enough. And so you can see you have a only 16% chance to get her once and a 1% chance to get her twice, but really the big number is 82% chance of not getting her at all. And so really, like, even opening 60, it's like pretty rare you'd get her 1 out of every 8 times, 9 times, 1 out of every 7 times. That's 17% approximately. If you opened 120 crystals, then you still have a pretty big chance of not getting her. Like basically it's 67%. It's right around 2/3 of a chance of not getting her. And so yeah. And then if you really went crazy and did 300, even 300 is like not that amazing in odds. I mean, you basically have a 33% chance of not getting her, 36% chance. And so yeah, it's pretty crazy how this really changes crystals. And so what does it mean for me? Of course, like, these are whale problems more than they are probably most like people who play this game's problems. But so basically now when I get to a early release bundle, I sort of have to ask myself, do I really want to get the champion or not? I used to do the early release, 1, because it was fun, and 2, it's always good content. I mean, my early release openings tend to be the biggest openings, and people always enjoy seeing them. I enjoy opening them, so everyone wins. And Kabam gets lots of money, so Kabam wins, so really everyone wins. But now it's almost not worth opening 60 of them because, again, what was it, a 17% chance I'd get one? And so if I'm like, if I really want the champion, I should think, well, am I going to just open up 120? I mean, I guess you could open 60 first. You do get extra materials with those first 48, really. And then you can see if you get them and then decide if you really want to go for it or not. But yeah, I don't know. I always was thinking they were like terrible value because, I mean, 2025, I've only gotten 1. I really, even with the Nico opening I didn't get her. So I've actually missed every time except for 1 I got on a Mazzola. And to be fair, that's about right. So if we're talking about 1 in 8, 1 in 9 times, probably a little bit low for the average. But yeah, and so yeah, I mean, that changes a lot. I would say the strategy. I think it means if I see a champion who I think is going to be really, really good, I probably will just try to get them automatically. The other thing is, of course, it also matters when the Titan crystal drops. So I'd say Nico looks really interesting because I feel like she's just going to murder the cosmic class. She seems so powerful against them, like Serpent, Maestro, Scream, who's the other really hard one? Phoenix. Like basically every good defender, it looks like she just blows up. She's the Human Torch of mystic attackers. And so yeah, I feel like she's really worth it. The other thing is that she's not going to be in this next Titan crystal. So in 4 days, the Titan changes, but then is it 90? I can't remember, or 70 days I'd have to wait to get Nico in the next run. And so for me, 1, I want to see if the system really worked, and 2, it seems like she's worth having. I mean, of course, for that price, I basically get her, 3 months in advance, because at the rate you can see I'm getting Titan shards. I get so many Titan shards that if I was to do my opening, even if I use all my crystals, I'm probably going to have another 10 or 15 chances by the time the next crystal comes. So generally, I haven't worried too much about gaining champions just because I knew I could always get them in the Titan Crystal. But now, yeah, especially at the beginning of a cycle, it might be worth it for me at least to do to get the champion automatically, like just because I know what happened. So yeah, it's very interesting, like new piece of this game. I would say also too, it also, yeah, just, it will make me think about the early release bundles. I don't know if they're actually worth it unless you're going to go for it now. So in a strange way, it's like they will either make their money because I'll want a champion and I'll, basically go big until I can get it, or maybe I'll just skip it all together, which probably averages out the same in the end. Let's say every month there's one champion I want, but basically for the price of 2 early release bundles for the 60 crystals I generally open, I can get one champion or the other. And so yeah, I think about a time when like Joaquin Falcon was in the game. I can't remember who his counterpart was. Was it Dazzler? Someone at the same time. I'm looking at, maybe it was Arnim or Gentle. But obviously there's one I'd really, really want to get, and the other one I would not. So it might, maybe make me think, well, for the same price I've gotten them, basically 60 chances at 2 champions with a very low chance, I can get 100% for 1 champion. And so that may be more my strategy. Of course, it always comes with the the difficulty of, since they're new champions, you never are quite sure how good they are. Pretty confident in Nico, and also of course, there's always a hype around new champions too, and so I could get easily swept in the hype and maybe going for both champions, which would then benefit Kabam, obviously. So that's my thought about this new system. I would say, overall for me it's great. I mean, like, I'd much rather have a guaranteed chance of getting a champion than these like really low rates, even with pretty big amounts of crystals being opened. So that's nice for me since I'm willing to do it. Yeah, and in general, I guess, like, if there's a champion people are really psyched on, like, I would have definitely done it for Arnim Zola, just because, obviously, being the Swiss god of this game, I would have really wanted it. I'm so fortunate to have gotten him the one time. He's the only one I've gotten. I guess it's fitting I did manage to get him. And then I missed him in the Titan Crystal, too. I think I had, like, 14 chances or 10 openings, and I never got him, So yeah, I was very lucky to get him, and he wasn't even like the feature champion at that point. He was a sub-feature. So for cases like that, where there's a champion you really, really, really want, you can get him now. And so maybe that's good for everyone. Like, there might be some champions in the game that people just love, and they're willing to buy the 120 crystals to get it. So yeah, interesting. I would say that definitely, you could feel the game changing. There are more times when you can acquire a champion directly, either like this time right now in the gold track, the platinum track, which is pretty affordable. Eventually you can get a Captain Britain. Like the last time this happened too, I just waited for them. I didn't like buy all the boosts to get them earlier. And so there she is. And so, yeah, I mean, and with Mr. Fantastic, with Dark Phoenix, with regular Phoenix, Kabam definitely is going the way of being able to like get champions, the deathless champions, without having to go through the crystal system, which is good in a way because the crystal pool is so huge right now. It's nearly impossible to target a champion. And even for 7 stars, I think what's the biggest one we had? We had like a 5 drop Nexus, I think, from doing the Epoch of Pain. But yeah, even that is still a pretty low chance to target anyone. And so yeah, it's good for that. I think it does, of course, obviously give the spenders an advantage. Now I have Nico, just going to be great in my battle deck, I assume, and other people don't. So that's a huge advantage for me, as if I needed more advantage with my roster. So of course, there's always like the good and bad with both of these, or this change. Anyway, I want to try to keep this video under 10 minutes. I'm at 9 minutes and 20 seconds, so I'm going to end it now. Hope you appreciate this video. I'm going live in just a few minutes, so maybe I'll see you there. Until then, see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.